It's time, you guys, for day 3 of GMT Wedding Week. Monday, we got to introduce you to our honorary couple of the week. Then yesterday, we stopped in on the couple as they were picking out their attire for the big day. And today, we're diving into a topic that every couple faces at some point in their journey to the altar, you guys, and that's the wedding finances. So Paige sat down with the bride-to-be, Nina Baxter, as well as groom-to-be, Sandino Sanclinat, and an elopement specialist, Jennifer Allen, to discuss. Take a look.
So after he popped the question, which, by the way, how did you pop the question?
In Brazil.
In Brazil. In Brazil.
I know, right?
During golden hour.
Oh my gosh, you know that all the men that are watching are not liking you.
Stand up,
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
She didn't know. She thought we were going to having like a
Dinner. A birthday dinner for him. I was starving during the proposal because I hadn't eaten all day.
You're showing down.
Well, there was no food.
She's like, this ring is nice, but when are we going to eat?
Thanks for the ring. Waiter, please. Okay, so I want to ask you a little bit about, because this is a sensitive topic when it talks about weddings. Did both of you were both of you essentially on the same page when you discussed what type of wedding you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think we both wanted something small and intimate. We didn't really get into like the details of it. We wanted something beach. We love to travel. We love the Caribbean. He's Haitian, so you know, island vibes. So something on the beach, something small with family and friends, intimate.
I love that. So, okay, so you both definitely kind of knew you were going to have a similar aesthetic. All right, so how important was talking about the money component? How early was that subject brought into the dialogue?
So we kind of have like some conversation about like money, but you know, first the fun we're thinking about, okay, we want to have like a good time, you know, celebration with like, you know, family and friends. But when we saw the price, the money talk came quick. I'd be like, oh, man.
Wow. The money will add up.
It adds up.
We really got to, you know, to think smart about it.
All right, so let's talk to you.
Okay.
Because you've seen many weddings,
Yes.
and I know that probably some of the big surprises has to do with the cost.
Yes.
What are some of the road traps that you see couples entering into that can really add that additional stress related to finances even before they walk down the aisle?
I think for most couples, they don't realize how much things cost. So when they set a budget, it becomes unrealistic because you can't say my budget is $10,000 and then you start going out looking at venues and you realize, wow, the venue I love is $7,000. Well, that only leaves you $3,000 left, and now you feel like you're settling in every other area. So I always tell couples to plan backwards. When you first get engaged, take some time to research to figure out, what do things cost? What does a wedding cake cost? What is the fee for the caterer to cut the wedding cake? There's so many elements that couples don't understand, and because of that, they set a budget first without knowing what things cost, and now they feel stuck.
All right, so they have this budget based upon just preliminary estimates.
yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I would say, Sandino, is that men sometimes are not aware of exactly how much a wedding dress costs. And also, men and women have different priorities.
Yes.
So when you're thinking about splurging, how do you kind of come to some sort of consensus? And in what areas are you willing to kind of compromise when it comes to cutting back?
I think we had a discussion kind of like what I absolutely didn't want to budge on, and then things that we could kind of budge on. Like I was big on, I really want the dress that I want, you know. I'm willing to spare expense for that, but you know, I might can cut back on like real flowers or, you know, centerpieces, something like that. That doesn't mean as much to me. I'm not sure what his...
It's usually, I mean, whatever she decided. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the right answer. Men who are watching. Yes, my husband referred to himself as insert a groom, so his opinions were probably pretty limited. But you specialize in elopements,
Yes.
and I think sometimes people might have some misconceptions related to the cost associated with that as well.
Well, that and what Nina just said about not budging on the dress, but focusing on maybe fake flowers instead of real flowers, that is a misconception. That does not always equal the most affordable option, because realistic silk flowers are expensive, can be just as expensive as fresh floral. So that's definitely one of the things that I want to debunk today.
All right.
I learned something new.
There you go. Nix the silk flowers.
Yes, that is not the way necessarily to save on fresh floral, on floral in general. Maybe more greenery added instead of so many flowers, always choosing something that's in season versus something that's out of season. But with planning elopements and micro weddings, the biggest misconception is that it's going to save you money. Everyone's priorities are different. You could have 50 guests and still spend $50,000 if your budget allows it and if that's what your vision is. If you want to serve steak, lobster, shrimp at your wedding for 50 people, that can still make you have a more expensive wedding even if you had 100 people and you served 2 types of pasta.
So it is essential, though, that we get the budget really nailed down. And I think, guys, by the way, this is just the beginning when it comes to finances and marriage. But this has been a lot of fun and really helpful. Thank you for helping us dispel these myths. We appreciate it. All right, here's another look at this week's schedule for GMT Wedding Week. You don't want to miss it.